Welcome to Slab Podcast, episode 82 of The Grades Matter and There Are No Rules. How you doing, Professor Oak?
What's up? How's it going?
Man, fantastic. Best weekend I've ever had. Family was healthy.
Sweet.
Doesn't sound like yours was.
We were down for the count all weekend. Yeah, we had the flu, so it's been.
What was your favorite Disney movie you watched this past weekend?
Good. We watched a lot of TV. Way too much screen time.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. When you're all down, nobody wants to move. You're like Moana.
Yep.
Frozen.
Oh, you know what? I love the music in Encanto. They absolutely killed that soundtrack. Absolutely unreal.
My kids don't like me playing that no more because it puts them to sleep.
Oh.
That's why we loved it so much. It just put their asses out.
Yeah.
Coco, do you watch Coco?
Yeah, fantastic.
Coco, fire too. So
I love singing that. Yeah,
it'll be weird when my kids grow up and I still watch fucking new Disney movies. But
I think that's the joy of Disney, and I think Pokemon is that way now. I think things have changed the past few years, but Disney has always been not just for kids. Like there's adults, because they theme parks and stuff. They draw adults in with other things. I think it's just in general, kids stuff is way more acceptable. To be like involved in. Like adults talk about Bluey all the time. Like people love Bluey and stuff, because you can relate.
R.I.P. Bluey.
Making a movie, aren't they?
Are they? The show's over.
Yeah, I think they're making a movie. I think I saw it last week.
My kids love Bluey. Every morning before school is what they're watching.
Heck yeah, that's brilliant. We were watching it earlier.
It's a good one. All right. Spicy comments. Last week we had a tie between me and Mr. Ditto Faction. The dude's the GOAT, apparently. The dude don't miss. He's won 2 or 3 giveaways, at least 2, and just continues to pump out spicy comments. So shout out to Ditto Faction. We'll read his first. So I'm going to let you interpret this how you want, because I was kind of confused when I read it. He said the recent fire emojis will lead to the next big vintage boom. What do you think?
When he posted that, I thought he meant like the California wildfires. Maybe we lost like some big cards, some big slabs and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'd imagine most people probably had them at home, not at some secure underground vault. It's just their Pokemon cards or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about people losing that kind of stuff. It's probably not high on their priority list, to talk about on the news at the moment with everything they've been going through. I think it's a pretty spicy comment. I don't think it's going to bring any kind of boom or have any effect on the market unless it's something that's very unique and low numbered. But I think a lot of that stuff is already out of everyone's reach anyway. Like I don't think it's going to boom the regular stuff in vintage. There's a lot of vintage cards out there. It's not rare. They're not rare. Like there's a hell of a lot.
Literally, the odds of getting a gold star or a crystal card is like 10 times easier than like an Umbreon VMAX.
Yeah.
Put that in perspective for you. Wild.
What were you thinking? Is that what you thought he meant too?
It's kind of dark, but yeah, that's exactly where my mind went to. And let us know if it meant something different, but with the recent fires, it's got to be what he was talking about. So yeah, I would say no, I don't agree at all. I think you're absolutely dusted to the brains. I don't think there's any chance that would help, but I feel like vintage is doing something decent right now. It is definitely seeing more growth in the last couple months than there was in the prior year. So
God, things are crazy right now.
Yeah, it's
hot. Every direction.
makes me sad. I sold all my Zapdos cards. Just a little too early, probably, but it did well. Did well. Can't complain too much.
We could say that about everything we've sold.
Yeah, you don't want to look back.
Years.
You don't. I mean, some things I do like looking back on, but yeah, a lot of things. All the alt arts I sold for Crowd Zenith, like, fuck, crazy. Yeah.
You know what? You know what though? You say that. I went through my sold from from a while back when I was selling on PWCC, and I was looking at some of them, and I was like, "There's no way I'd get that for that card now. That's actually come down a lot."
Yeah.
And then there was some of the stuff I was buying on there, and they've come up. So it's like not even just the selling part. We also bought some stuff when they were cheaper there too. I know I did. I got some stuff cheaper, ended up selling or whatever. So it's all just like, I know Dan's talked about it before. You can't stop buying and selling. Like wait. It's not stocks. You can try and time it and try and hit it right. You can, and that's some of the investing part. Like you throwing a bunch of sealed in the cupboard, brilliant. Like that's great for that. But like the everyday bread and butter, you gotta keep moving it. Don't feel good about it. Don't feel bad about it. I mean, but yeah, I don't think we're in for a boom from that directly.
That's dark shit, Ditto. Come on, bud. Go with. I'll say my spicy comment.
Yeah.
And I had said last week, Poliwrath should have never been created, and the rightful evolution Politoed should have been in that spot since the beginning. I think some people agreed with it, which is why I got one like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always liked Politoed. I thought they did really good when they created Politoed and introduced him to the game. I liked his original card, Neo Discovery.
I don't remember which it was actually.
Pretty sure it was Neo Discovery, and I always liked it. I have like nostalgia almost for it. I feel like I pulled it out of a pack at some point. Poliwrath, man, is just the swiftest kick in the dick when you pulled him out of a pack back in the day. Even today, like it hits just as hard when, like, it is like a steel toe boot straight to the tip. It is not good when you see Poliwrath out of a base set pack today. Oh my!
I genuinely think I would be happier pulling a Poliwrath than a Politoed.
No
I think
chance.
artwork may depend on it slightly, but character-wise, I think I'd rather have a Poliwrath.
I feel like Politoed doesn't have a lot of good arts, but this one is nice. The one from Neo.
Politoed, they need to do
Do you know what it looks like? Do you remember?
Which one?
The Politoed from Neo Discovery.
No, I can't picture it.
So I will share it with you right now.
Yeah.
That's hard compared to the Poliwrath. Those of you that don't know, Politoed does evolve from Poliwhirl. Maybe you just learned something if you're not a real Pokemon fan.
It's cute.
This is way Kamiya. This is fucking Kamiya art, dude. I didn't even know that. That's dope. Respect.
Yeah, and it was Disco. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like that's spicy. I feel like there's a reason I got voted. It's because it is spicy.
That's what I try to do sometimes. Trying to get you up here into the winner's circle. What's your spicy comment for next week?
I was going to say that, well, actually, I did think of one, and then I realized that we're going to talk about it. So I'm not going to use
Don't
that.
do that. Don't do that to us.
But what I am gonna say is the Z to A, the new Legends game that's coming out, is gonna be the worst Pokemon game we've had. That's gonna be my spicy comment.
God,
I think it's huge letdown.
after liking this Scarlet and Violet game, I'm excited for the next one, but that would suck. My spicy comment is Pokemon collectors are the whiny pussy babies of the hobby.
Okay.
Everyone
No,
drop
no
your
way.
spicy comment down below. Hit a like button, please. That would be awesome. We're going live February 26th. Live on the YouTube. Be there or
I'm
don't.
gonna be streaming live from the Gulf of America. I'm on the west coast of Florida there, the Gulf of America. And Josh, Mr. Dagreenshiz here, is going to be in Yodi, Michigan. And we are going to stream live the day before Pokemon Day. So you guys can listen back on Pokemon Day too. Very exciting.
Stupid lit.
You didn't mention giveaway then, right?
No.
I don't think I heard you say that. Maybe a couple of giveaways. Maybe we'll play a game. Maybe a guest. Go through comments. I don't know. We're gonna shake it up. We'll find something fun to do, and we'll make it a special one for Pokemon Day. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes, sir. That'll be cool. What about your prismatic ETB there on the shelf? No.
Oh dear God.
Those are cheap.
It's glistening like gold right now. That thing is ridiculous.
Good. I feel like I need less plastic on my graded games behind me because the freaking glare on them is so bad.
I wonder if you could get
it's definitely
like you have those sheet tints you can put on the front of a computer. I wonder if there's like covers that you could put on that would just strip the glare away, like a plastic sheet in front of it.
I'll try figure it out. So yeah, be there. It's gonna be awesome. Look forward to being live on YouTube with Mr. Professor Oak. So stay tuned for further details next week, but it'll be sweet.
Very exciting. Yeah, we did debate it this week, and then we said, oh well, we've got Pokemon Day in a couple of weeks, so why don't we do it then and make it a party? Make it a party in the Gulf of America.
I think the last live stream were we ripping packs or something. I don't know.
The last one?
Yeah, I don't
know.
remember.
The last one we did comments, I think.
Okay. One of them we did 151. Man, that was an expensive live stream. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was out of it.
Dang.
So on that topic, ripping, buying, collecting, prices being crazy right now. I know you'd put on here for us to talk about sports versus Pokemon. I know the sports guys are having a little bit of fun right now that they're creeping into our realm, right? They're enjoying the sealed plays and the flips and quips and all the rest of it. Have you seen much of that? Have you seen people creeping into our world and realizing that it's more fun and profitable than maybe they first thought?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that. And I want to say I spoke about it inside of this podcast about the Victor Wembanyama, like compared to like the Pikachu gray felt hat. Yeah. That was before the gray felt hat started cooking. And just like the general price of like a base rookie card, Victor Wembanyama versus the felt hat. And the felt hat was cooking it, and the pop was so much higher. And it was easier to grade. It was really interesting to see all that. And I'm like, if a sports card person understood what was happening over here, I feel like they wouldn't be touching the sports cards. Like, why go after Mr. Alien when he could break his leg? Unless you're just doing quick flips and you're ripping boxes and you do something like that. Or you could get a Pikachu with some clothes and start printing money. It's crazy. So yeah, it's wild. And I was sitting today at a lunch. I have a new coworker who's 42-ish, like probably 10 years older than me. And he was talking to me about all these sports cards. He's got a couple 86 Fleer Jordans ungraded, and
Wow.
He's got a bunch of stuff. So he's talking to me and looking at me like, oh, this guy does Pokemon. So he's like, kind of like, what is that? Like he was kind of trying to understand it, but I was able to fit his game. He's like talking old sports cards. Like, oh, you got some T206? He does. He's got like really old baseball stuff. And I'm like, dude, let me know when you want to grade it. I got you. You're probably gonna get wrecked on your grades, but you should get those
some of those don't matter too much anyway, does it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, authenticating just a 1909 baseball card is pretty freaking dope. But he told me it was cool. I've never heard of somebody collecting this way. They're getting one baseball card from every year. So it's like 100 cards or like 120 cards, one from like 1908, 1909, 1910. So it's not like every set being completed. So it's literally only like 100 cards, but it's something from every
a
year.
hot one from each year, or just like a random one.
I think it's more of just somebody that's kind of known. A hot one would be really expensive. For going that back before the 50s and 60s. So, but that was pretty cool to see like the generational change of all the sports cards. But yeah, I could see sports after the sports guys get a taste of this as they are right now for the next whatever, as long as this keeps cooking. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty freaking wild, dude. They're eating up some supply for sure, limiting people from their allocations. I don't have that now, but yeah, it's insane. Did not have it on the bingo card.
Not this high. I don't think we expected that many people to kind of be jumping in. It feels like everyone's, got their finger in the pie right now.
Yep, rightfully so.
Yeah, and well, I think one thing that I think it makes a lot of sense on why they're doing it, and they're actually doing it, is when I've seen nice baseball cards. You kind of touched on it a little bit with like injuries and stuff, but I've seen nice hot baseball cards like kind of drop down a decent amount. I don't see that as much with hot Pokemon cards. They feel a little bit more consistent and less of a drop. And even when they do drop, it's normally a steady incline after. I don't think if we were to compare like hot cards in baseball, ones that do really well out the gate, and the same with Pokemon, I would think there's less volatility with the Pokemon one. At one certain event, it's more of like a smoother, whether it's up and that, or whether it's down or whatever. It's less like volatile. Where some of the baseball or whatever ones, I've seen them and it's like something's happened, like this got released on the news about this trade or whatever, and it's like boom, or the opposite, like they've gone up, they've gone crazy because they had a great whatever. So I could see feeling a bit more like comfortable and reliable putting money into Pokemon cards in that sense. But also there's probably some naivety there because I haven't had that much investment and that much crazy time or money into the sports stuff. So I don't know would you agree with that thinking on some of that?
100%. Yeah, the sports card, it ended, what was it, February 9th, 3 days ago. The football season ended. It's still Pokemon season, bitches. Like, it don't end. So that's another huge benefit.
That's valid. Yeah.
Football season's over. It's kind of going to be dead until April when the draft starts. People will start speculating on rookie cards, but I don't think the cards come out till summer for that rookie draft class, I believe, something like that. And so, so football's over. So now they're going to shift their mindset to baseball because it's coming up. It's about to start. Everyone get your Paul Skeens cards and shit like that. So they got to constantly bump around different sports if you want to be a sports guy seller. Whereas Pokemon, it's always hunting season, baby. Always hunting season.
And like there isn't an off season, like you say, but also we're constantly getting new product, even if it's like a different type of box or promotion thing or whatever. There's always stuff happening, and like you touched on it, you linked a picture here. Even when there's not new sets or boxes or whatever coming out, there's still a new promo or a new this, or it's like there's still something to like keep you engaged. And there's games and there's there's a lot of stuff there. Like the sports guys, they can't even interact with it with like the gambling apps or like the on the game side stuff because there is no game to like play on, right? Like you can play the literal game, on your computer, on your PlayStation or whatever. But like Pokemon, there's always stuff, like literally always stuff happening all the time. We have a new series coming out.
Yeah. Yep. Which is awesome. They're constantly innovating. Very cool. I was just thinking while you're talking, could you imagine, like, how Fanatics Live has Ripping and all these other ones. Could you imagine, like, Better App or MGM gambling app having live streaming Rip Sports or Pokemon cards? I feel like that might cross the line, even though it's the same shit we do on Whatnot and Fanatics. I don't know. It's still gambling. Could
throw money in the credit wise the same way, buy the same transaction essentially. Yeah,
it might feel a little bit dirtier.
Yeah, I guess the only thing with those kind of companies is they've never really worked with overhead of like stock or like distribution, that kind of stuff. So it'd be a new learning game. They'd have to team up with or buy someone probably that need like a partner on board to like make that successful, I would think.
Isn't there even a Fanatic sports betting?
Oh, there is? I don't think I know.
Yeah, there's Fanatic Sportsbook and Casino. It's right there. Just flip the switch. Like it could all be in the same app. That's pretty wild.
I think it makes sense. I think you just need someone that knows how to make that work, market it and execute it well. There's a lot of competition now, isn't there? There's a lot of it's quite well established. So
yeah. Real quick on the topic of sports, which way down there in our notes, but I figured it makes sense talking about it now. Tom Brady acquired 50% ownership of Card Vault. Card Vault is a break channel, but they also do brick and mortars. There's a few of them. I think one in Gillette Stadium. There's a few of them in that general area, and they're going to have another one. But Tom Brady,
Boston, right?
Yeah, around there. And now it's Card Vault brought to you by Tom Brady, essentially. And crazy to see that, just like CNBC reported on it today. It's in the CNBC News. Insane. Just the how mainstream cards are becoming. And all of this is so mainstream. It is so weird to me. So weird.
I feel like sports cards, obviously, I mean, you were saying earlier, they've been around for 100 something years. Like it's been a thing, for a while. The game card aspect, which they also do, I think is them realizing, just like all the other companies, we can do more than that, more than just the sports part. If he has a serious investment in that, and he really does put some effort in, yeah, that could be a definite player for sure. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has a big collection.
Oh God, he was at just the Fanatics. What was it? The Fanatic show they had last year. He was there buying stuff. So I can only imagine he's familiar with Sotheby's. He sold a bunch of his watches through there. So he probably got cooked and bought some prototype Pokemon cards. RIP.
He's
Yeah.
got a lot of money. He's got a
Shoot.
crazy amount of money, that guy.
For him to get absolutely finger blasted by FTX and still just be out there hustling is so wild. Oh my god. Sam
Yeah.
Bankman-Fried's the GOAT. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's cool to see him getting into it. It's wild.
I'd
Why
love to
not
see
buy
him
what?
rip Pokemon. That'd be so crazy for kids to watch him ripping Pokemon cards. They'd lose their minds.
His kids got to be into Pokemon. Like, I mean,
Yeah, imagine them doing it with kids on Instagram. People, oh my god, that'd be crazy.
it's gonna happen. It's like I was just mentioning to you before the stream. Pokemon and like people are ripping Pokemon very mainstreaming in.
It's fun,
Something
right?
to do.
We've
Something
been
to do.
we've been here a while doing this. Like, it's fun. You know, it is. It's good. It's a good time. We're all here. All you guys listening, you like cards, right? We're like slabs. It's a good time. It's a
It's
good
good.
hobby.
Yeah, it's for people that don't do it all the time. It's good content. Like it's something you get a reaction out of yourself. You get the chat involved easily because
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh, that's a dog. That terrible card. It's off center." Like crazy seeing just some of these chats and all these different comments and how engaged they are in some of these cards and
Yeah, I love it.
so weird.
Also, go Eagles. I was like, I don't know what's happening in this game, but they have a really good start, right? Like they kicked off really well,
Oh
and
yeah.
then it just kept going and going. And I was like, wow, these guys they must feel really confident that they have this in the bag right now. And then it got to the point where they were already celebrating. Game wasn't even over, and they're already like throwing Gatorade on the coach and stuff. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was in the third quarter when there was like 8 minutes left. There was a point where they were like down by 24-ish, 23-ish points. And I was thinking the last time somebody came back, I think it was Tom Brady in the Super Bowl who was announcing this game. He came back with about the same amount of time left. He was down 28-3 and he came back and beat Atlanta. RIP
Wow.
Ryan. But yeah, I was like, there's a pretty good chance this isn't going to happen because they don't have Tom Brady on the other. They got Pat Mahomes, who was getting absolutely wrecked, which was phenomenal. I either wanted a really close game where I could sit and enjoy it. It was kind of hope maybe be a battle back and
Exciting.
forth,
Yeah, keep
or
going. Yeah.
to see Patrick Mahomes die. And we were pretty close to that.
Got
Travis Kelsey looked like an actual couch potato. Being twice the size he was last year does not help his speed. He looked lazy. And it's probably sad that Taylor would probably write a song about him after the game, but
He was not the same guy.
no, he seems like a sore loser for sure. So used to winning, I would be similar.
Yeah.
But there was a few videos of plays where he just gave up.
Yeah.
He'd start. Pat Mahomes would be running all around and shit, and then he cut in, and then he ran right by Travis, and the guy on Travis tackled Pat, and Travis wasn't blocking. I'm like, what a bitch. God, I hope Taylor beats you.
Well, here's the thing with that. There was a chance, right? You said yourself, Brady came back. He did it. Like if the team really came together, had some fire under them, and some good motivation, bouncing off each other, they could have done it. Like it's not impossible to come back from being behind. Teams have done it in the past. Same with soccer. Sometimes you'll be 3 down. You end up, getting 4 or 5 goals, and you end up winning. It does happen, but you gotta be a team. You gotta step up. He wasn't. Like for me, if I was the coach, if I was the person in charge of that team and I saw him acting that way, I'd probably fucking fire him. Like you can't bring that energy to a team that's losing.
No,
When you're at the
definitely
Super
not.
Bowl, you're at the Super Bowl. Like you need to have Super Bowl mindset. You need to be the winner. You need to be the best team in the world. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think Pat Mahomes' brother, Jackson Mahomes, would have had a better chance of bringing that team back. I think is he still in jail? I know he beat a woman or something at one point.
God.
He's still more of a man than Patrick Mahomes.
Terrible.
Not a fan of that guy.
All right, let's get away from him because he's a loser. He lost.
Yep.
His last night.
Not the goal. Not the goal.
You put on here grading turnaround times. There is no turnaround or grading. I don't know what to tell you. There is no turnaround time right now.
Yeah, it's just called grading. They just call it grading now. You just send it to be graded, and then it just into the void it goes. Feels dark. I saw, shout out to TCG Garage, Ivy. She had posted on her Instagram. She's got something out there from October.
Did she say what stage? I didn't see that post.
I think it said grading, but I don't remember. I screenshot it, I think.
In a couple of days, I'm going to be a month since received. Still in receiving.
October sub still cooking. It doesn't. Oh, it's in assembly. So it's past grading?
Past grading, it's going to assembly, and then they'll just do a little QA check on it and ship it out. But yeah, the
cooked.
What's that? November, December, January, February, depends when in October. But yeah, I mean, she's 4 months deep and still no sign. I'm a month in, and they haven't even touched my card yet. They haven't even looked at what's inside the box.
Yeah, I did first thing in January. I submitted they had a special $25 a card for like Express 20 day.
I should have done that.
Maybe it was middle of January. So I'm about to the 20 days. And I check the tracker like at least every 2 hours. I'm looking at it to see what's happened.
What's it at?
It's still being grading. It's literally just 32 gray felt hat Pikachus. It's been in grading for like a week and a half. So they're obviously lying about it being in grading because it wouldn't take a week and a half to grade 32 of the same effing card. So their whole pizza tracker is a lie. So I don't know why I look at it every 30 minutes, but I like doing it. Just like my 401k, I check it every 5 minutes and it doesn't move.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously we're talking about PSA here too. I haven't heard much about CDC. Is anyone still sending cards to CDC after their little shenanigans? I don't know. I haven't heard much about their turnaround time or any Beckett or SEC or anyone, but PSA, I don't know. It's terrible. They're obviously knocking out cards. The numbers are there. They're definitely pumping them out, but it's not happening.
What's interesting is we reported the numbers. They did what, 1.3 million last month? Yeah.
It's great.
And CGC, or just to go back to PSA graded 11.1K cards yesterday, according to GemRate. Why is that so low?
Yeah, it is low.
I thought they were doing what is 130?
We had that when we last talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I think we talked about it. They had a low day.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. I don't know what's going on with that.
Because 1.3 million divided by 22 business days is 60,000 a day. I don't know how that math. That math ain't mathing.
11K. I would expect that on a Saturday for those that want to volunteer for overtime or something. To get a few more out the door. But
yeah,
something weird going on. They're obviously not talking about it.
Could it be GemRate's got jacked up numbers? But I
feel
like the 1.3 million accurate. I don't know. But CDC's at 22K, which I don't know what that makes out to.
I want PSA to give us the numbers. I still don't
No,
understand why they don't give us the numbers.
they did on their podcast at one point, weren't they? Is that still a
Yeah,
thing?
no, I mean like actual reporting. Like I need my nerd to be satisfied, with this is what we did today, this is what we did yesterday, like an actual report. Because they give us a population report, why not give us the totals in a table? Like they
Yeah.
have the data. It's not rocket science stuff.
TGC is on track to do 440,000 slabs this month if they continue rating how many they did yesterday. That would be an all-time high, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I don't think they've broke 4.
No.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, they were 306 last month, and I thought that was a record. So
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It sucks though. I was really excited to get those cards in and graded, and I haven't waited this long for a while for it to get through receiving since COVID kicked off and everything went crazy.
man, we were so spoiled. There was some time there. They got some turned around in like a week. TCG bulk, like
Yeah,
wild.
let me pull up. I had a couple that moved very fast.
And
For a second there.
we weren't full sending then. Like, what were we smoking, dude?
I did quite a few submissions. I got
What
one.
was I smoking?
Here we go. Let's go. So, I did one February 3rd, 22. Came back March 22nd.
Hell
Economy. Express, I had one 10 days. It's literally a 10-day turnaround. A value that was 7 weeks, under 2 months. That was the really old, cheapest version that they had. One that was my last bulk one, start to end, was 8 weeks. And I'm at 4 weeks and still in receiving.
Yeah, the receiving was the thing they reported on being their worst bottleneck right now.
That's gonna be, surely that's the easiest. You're already telling them what you have. All they got to do is look at the picture and say, "Is that the same thing?"
Scan the barcode that we put on the freaking box.
The grader is going to check everything anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I dropped the card. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's crazy slow. I'm not happy at all. But also, I did. You know what I did just realize? I think I made it hard for myself because I've mixed sports and trading card and non-trading card and vintage. Like I think I even had a Yu-Gi-Oh in there. Like I have all different stuff in there. So that's probably been like, I'm not going to look at that yet. Let me knock some of these easier ones out first.
That's what I would do if I was them. I'd look at it and be like,
I would, yeah. I
yeah,
sound like a bit of a selection box. Quite a few different things.
Like my next PSA sub, it's gonna be the same. Like sports card, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and World of Warcraft. Like,
do you remember that Topps card I got of the Eclipse?
Yeah. Yep, your Topps Now card, yep.
Is that a sports card?
I would say so, just because it's Topps.
But we have Topps Pokemon cards.
No, we don't. Not currently.
We had.
There you go.
But I could grade it.
Cool if they brought that back. I feel like this would be the time to do it.
I want lenticular cards. I've been saying this for 5 years. I want lenticular cards. I want a set with the lenticular promo that shows the evolution.
That'd be gas.
Amazing. Can you imagine an evolution where it turns from Eevee to Umbreon, lenticular?
Or you can get one of the 9 different ones in the pack. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
that's
Ditto
what.
card, kind of.
But you pull the one that's the Umbreon. It's like that'd be amazing. Yeah, I mean, potentially got another one on the way.
Another what, kid?
Evolution.
Oh yeah, it was one of your comments. From where'd you see that shit?
So they said it's the year of Eevee, or it's Eevee's golden year, or whatever the phrase was. And then they hinted, they did like I forget where I saw it. It was a Pokemon Go, or one of the games. They did like a special Eevee set, and it mentioned something about Eevee going flying, like in the special promo game thing that they were doing, like this challenge thing they had to do. And then they also said the Z to A game, there was like a hint that there would be more flying in there. You'd be flying around more. So you're the Eevee. We've got Pokemon Day coming up. We've just had a really big Eevee set hit. I think we've got an Eevee flying type coming.
I feel like Eevee could easily get the Pikachu treatment, surfing Eevee, flying Eevee, Bukaki Eevee. I don't know, just like all of it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that could be what it could be. Something like, I don't know, but that'd
Could
be
be.
interesting to see if they actually did like an evolution flying version. That would be cool. I also saw a rumor of them doing the actual felt, like the felt hat Eevee. I think they made sleeves with it, right, or something.
It was one of the artworks, yeah.
Try to.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the.
You know they what?
I don't think it was a promo though, was it? I
I
think it was
heard.
just one of that we just had that. I don't think it was one of the. I think it was on like a postcard or on one of the materials. I don't think we got a card of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard rumors that this could become a card. You're the Eevee, right? That'd be interesting.
Was that the phrase? Year of the EV.
I don't know.
They sent it in an email. They emailed
Something
it to
like
me.
that. I don't know
Yeah.
why you're the Eevee.
Because there's a new evolution coming out.
I mean,
It's gonna fly with his little tail. It's gonna do. You remember Sonic and Tails? It's gonna do a little tails.
that's exactly where my head was. I was like, flying Eevee is
100%.
with tails.
Yeah, literally. It's gonna be the exact same thing.
Yep.
It can't give him wings, surely. That
Oh,
looks so weird.
Yeah, like I picture flying squirrel esque, like just pull out your big body flaps and.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm all for it.
But he also does have a kind of like a foofy tail, like Tails.
Yes, yeah, definitely need the tail
But
floofing.
gotta be copyrighted or something. I feel like you couldn't have helicopter Eevee out there.
And we'll call him Tailsy
Tails on, yeah. Could happen.
God, I am so dumb. Yeah, no, I really do. I think we're gonna fly an Eevee.
That would be cool.
I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not. I don't buy into conspiracy theories. I'm not a flat earther or the rest of it. This is one I can get behind. I think I'm in on this. I think we're getting a flying Eevee. You heard it here first, folks.
I guess it's not a conspiracy. If you see a Gulf of America hoodie down there, you'll have to buy me one. That's pretty awesome.
1,000%.
And I'll send you the money for sure.
Yep. I'll look this weekend.
I still couldn't believe that they make the people in Mexico still view it as Gulf of Mexico. Do not hurt any feelings. Wild times. And I saw our leader invite Putin to the White House today. I haven't read on it. I saw the headline and I'm like, oh, that's interesting as I'm eating my lunch.
I don't understand how we can just change the names of oceans.
Isn't that cool?
Who owns it? Like, how's that
I mean,
work? Like, can we just recall the Atlantic to like the American take? Like, who owns the right to call it the Atlantic? I don't know how that works. I think it was pretty cool. I'm all for it,
now
but
I'm curious.
I don't know how any of that works. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I feel like water, it's got to be like that type of water, land bordering it. You get a right to it, probably. And I feel like it's got to be close. Like how much Mexico's bordering the Gulf versus the U.S. Because like Texas and all those other states, and then Florida just dangling his thing down the whole side of the Gulf. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. Um, that'd be cool to get some other things name changed, like change the name of California. Clearly, like just call it Ohio 2 or something.
Call it bye bye.
By who's
Later, Taters. California is so messed up.
we love the couple people out there. I know Jodo Jake's out there. Shout out. We'll have to get him off that island before that goes.
We do love you guys, and we love PSA. They're out there too, but yeah, we need to get away from there.
They are trying to get away from there themselves, going to New
Yep.
Jersey and Japan and probably Europe soon. If they're not there, I don't know.
Oh well, kind of.
We'll have to move Beckett to California.
Yeah, they can just do their own thing. Too. California wants to do their own thing. Like, just let them make fetch happen. It's okay.
Huh.
What are we missing here?
1 second. Atlantic Ocean. The name comes from the Greek word Atlantikoi, which means Sea of Atlas. In Greek mythology, Atlas is the Titan who holds up the heavens. Pacific came from a Portuguese word. Interesting. And then Arctic Ocean came from a Greek word. So a couple Greek, Portuguese explorers named the oceans.
But who has the right to name it?
The founders, I would say. I don't think it's somebody.
Like,
yeah.
Like, we can't just go and change the name of the Caribbean Sea, can we? Like, it's not part of America, of the USA.
There are multiple organizations that contribute to the naming of oceans, including the International Hydrographic Organization, IHO, and the General Bathymetric Chart of the Oceans, GEBCO, and the United States Board of the Geographic Names. Of course, the U.S. have to have their dick in it. Every single thing. They're just like, we're here. We're here.
Not the Who. Now, apparently. I think we jumped out of that one, right?
And all the trade things. Like, we don't want to be part of any trade agreements, clearly. So, at least cards aren't made out of metal.
Not most of them, anyway.
That is, yeah. We're not going to get too deep into politics further than we already have, but it's fun stuff beating around the bush.
I still can't vote yet, so whatever I say is completely redundant.
It's all void.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so the upcoming set I had planned for my sealed collection, my investment. I was going to sell it all and buy the Team Rocket set that was upcoming, which would mean I would do that probably in the next month-ish to do it ahead of time to have the liquidity. And I see news today. The Rocket set is no more going to be called Glory to Team Rocket, which is the name. That was the name that was trademarked, I believe. Correct? I believe. I'm pretty sure it was.
Remember if it was trademarked or not.
I swear that's where that came from. And
I still don't want to believe this is true.
There's one source, Poke Beach, and they claimed there was one source that said It is now the English set, the one coming after the what's the Gym Hero set coming out that you couldn't buy the ETB for?
Journey Together.
Journey Together. After Journey Together, the next set, which we thought was going to be Rocket, is now going to be called Destined Rivals.
With the other set of trainers, yeah.
With the other set of trainers, and then some of the Rocket team, perceivably. Which I don't think I'm going to do what I originally planned. Not going to lie. I don't think I'm going to sell it all the 151, all the Lost Origin to buy that set unless it had Rocket in the name, to be honest, and it had a big red R on the box. Like, that's a huge part of what I wanted to do. And of course, if there was a bunch of Rocket Pokemon, there still can be, but I think it's more like I was talking to you. I think it's going to be more so like Gym Challenge, where they'll have the bad guy trainers, like the Giovanni-ish type guys from the new games, and then they might splash in some Team Rocket stuff in there. I think that is Team Star in the new games, which is a terrible effing name. They did the freaking hand gesture bullshit. It's so dumb.
We may get some spoilers on Pokemon Day on what this new generation is. You know what's coming out next. What it might look like. You know, and yeah, I don't know. It's I hate to be like toxic positivity or whatever they call it, because it freaking sucks. But it does sound like it should still be a good set, at least, just not anywhere near what we were thinking it was going to be, like, more focused on. It's not going to be as focused. It sounds like.
I'm thinking we should do our live on Pokemon Day that Thursday.
Yeah,
I think it'd be pretty cool. Have all the new news.
Let me just. Yeah, I could do it. I could do it on the Thursday.
Anyway, what day is it? 27th?
Yeah, so we could do it after, because I think it's normally at like 10, 11 in the morning, right?
Yeah, we'll do it that night or whatever.
So we could do it that night and recap it. We could even.
I'd like to have all the
react to it, kind of thing. Yeah,
I'd be sad to do a video the day before and then all the cool news comes out the day after, because I feel like that's happened a lot lately the last month.
Yeah, it has. We've had that
literally the next day. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
we just talked about something like that might happen, and then it did. Cool. So that'd be cool. I think we should plan on that. Pokemon Day live. Bada bing. Very cool.
that'd be awesome.
You're selling all your sealed. You had sold some sealed today at an exceptional price.
Yeah, I sold a prismatic ETB for $280, and it was like, are they 60 now? The Pokemon Center ones. It was a Pokemon Center one. I think they're 60. I forget. I haven't checked. I forget what I paid for it, but yeah, it was $60, I think, something like that. Sold it for $280. I felt really good about that. I feel good that I'm not worried about it going up or down. I've made a ridiculous profit in a very short amount of time.
It's a lot of money
on just one of the boxes I got, and that's going to pay for probably most of the grading fee. You know, of that. Most of the sitting in their warehouse fee, you know, the PSA have those cards that I sent. So I feel good. I'm going to turn that into more money anyway. You know, it's like, why wouldn't you do that?
I don't know why I haven't sold my case of 4. I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Just do it. Like, even if it jumps 20%, like, that's still not that different to where it already is right now. It's already way outstanding amount of growth, you know, in the price point right now. Like, just sell it. If it drops a little bit, I could get one back. I could buy one for 200, which is still 4 or 5, you know, it's still crazy more than what I paid originally, and still be in profit.
Yeah. Have you ever tried selling? Because you sold on eBay. Have you ever tried selling on like Facebook? or like in like for cash?
I've thought about it. The problem is I've sold stuff. Like I sold my kayak on there a few weeks back. And I just get inundated with like freaking weirdos like messaging me and like
Right.
scam accounts, and it's like not a fun experience. And then they was like try and hustle you and get cheap and stuff, and I don't know. It's just I think the thing with eBay is I don't have to talk and do anything with anyone. I can just put it on there when it's sold, put it in a box, boom, it's gone. Like it's just I love the transactional part of it. The Facebook, I don't look. I'm too busy for like all the messaging and the haggling and hey, can I come get it at 7:36 a.m. tomorrow? Can you hold it for me and that kind of stuff? Like I just want you to just buy it. Just either buy it or don't buy it. Like I don't want to deal with all that. Like I don't have the capacity. Like I'm too busy for that stuff right now. So I probably would, and I'd probably be more successful by a few percent, at least profit wise, if I was doing that. But the cost of that, of the profit loss, whatever the phrase is,
Fine.
yeah, like it's just not worth it for me to like invest that much time into that stuff and put that much effort in. It just
Yep.
isn't worth it. I just made $280, minus fees or whatever on eBay selling that box for 3 minutes work. I don't have to talk to anyone, do anything. Like that's what I want to do.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm shocked. Shameless plug, sealed consignments. If you don't want to deal with any customers, send them to me and I will consign them for you. It's been
Just
going great.
throw in a big box.
www.dagreenshiz.com. Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
pretty
send you
cool.
some.
What?
I gotta send you some. I want to see what some of this stuff will do at auction. I want to get some stuff out to you.
It's literally like line for line with TCG market on average. Most of
That's
the stuff
great.
I've been selling, like
It's
the
funny how
view and the
the
watchers, is crazy.
the market just like seems to just always correlate wherever you're looking. There isn't a lot of like I remember buying stuff on PWCC and selling it on eBay at like a profit. Like that's gone.
Yeah,
Like it's very difficult to people are just more informed, I guess. People are checking stuff and looking more places. It's very difficult to like get the upper hand in one particular area now, I think.
yeah. Even auction houses, I feel like
Yeah.
there was some sleepers for a while, and there's not sleepers now at all, which is
Yeah, I
sad.
mean, some slabs I was buying for 5, 10, $20, selling for 40, 50, 60. I mean, one of them I sold for like $350. I think I paid like $19 for it or something, on PWCC. There's some stuff that was great, was skimming and the volume was lower. I think Fanatics now has got so many more eyes on there and people are looking for a specific card and less browsing now.
Yeah,
I feel like PWCC, you used to do it. You'd look
yep,
through, just look. You just browse through it, just see what's going on there. I feel like people are way more focused now on what they're trying to get, what they're looking for, and I think that's made pricing things cheaper a little bit more difficult. I think that's part of why prices are higher now for a lot of stuff.
yeah, yep.
People aren't buying junk, and the stuff that's nicer, there's more people buying it because they're not buying the junk.
Hmm.
It drives up prices. I don't know. I always have weird theories, but
Yeah. Would you going back to the
yeah.
Destined Rivals real quick? Would you? What are your thoughts on it? If we lose the Rocket set, if it's gone forever? The Glory Team Rocket never comes now, or
I
maybe
think
it
it's
comes later.
well, that was my understanding because you talked about that leak, but I had just heard a leak a couple of days ago that they were saying that's the set literally before the Rocket set. So when you said that, I was like, oh, like I didn't.
Yeah, that was copied from Poke Beach, but that would make more sense, right? Team Rocket, no, Team Rocket came before Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge, so
But if they're gonna do rivals, it's gonna have that set of trainers. It's gonna have some, like you said, Giovanni. It's gonna have some of the Rocket, the bad guy trainers in there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds good. I'm more interested in that than I am Journey Together.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the that side of it. But
a lot of it's cards too. I feel like Journey Together's got some cool ones. I think this Destin Rivals has Ho-Oh in it. That would be cool to have a sexy Ho-Oh.
I didn't see that.
I don't think we've seen any special arts. We just saw like the EX version of Ho-Oh, but Ho-Oh's in it, so that would be cool to have a pretty cool one. Yeah. So give me a Kyogre card, people. The Amazing Rare is still an awesome card, but give me a sexy ass Kyogre.
That's been a while now since the Amazing Rares, right?
Telling you, like how it's been a long time since I got a freaking whale card.
Yeah, I think we're ready for that. No more cheese string. No more cheese string, dude. We're all set on him.
Yeah. I just want to look up Kyogre real quick.
Imagine if Destin Rival would add a dog Pikachu. That would be so messed up.
That'd be pretty dope. You said a dark Pikachu?
Like a bad boy one. Yeah.
Sweet. That would be cool.
No, we got to settle for the Sailor Pikachu instead, I guess.
Yeah. Opportunities are endless, literally. The illustration cards are going to be released on Pokemon Center soon. The ones that won for Alligator, Pikachu, Toxtricity. And it looks like you literally just use a code when checking out on Pokemon Center. Draw 2024 US when ordering from the Pokemon Center US. So that's pretty sweet.
Fantastic.
And they just throw the 3 cards in a plastic cellophane in your order. Cannot ask for more.
It's probably, there's 2 great things about that. It's, in my mind, it's probably the same as what they did before, where you could just keep placing orders, and each order you would get, with the one whip. So I don't remember if it said the minimum order. Excuse me, but if they have like a $15 item, $20 item or whatever, add a couple of those and just keep placing orders. If you want to get a couple of sets, you just do that. It's probably not limited to one per household. But also the second part is there's a Pikachu. We don't get a lot of English, like true English promos like Japan do, with like special stuff outside of the sets and the boxes. I don't think we get anywhere near enough of what we should. So I was really excited to see a special, literally, but like a special Pikachu card.
Japan doesn't get these?
No, I'm saying they do more. They get this and more. Like they get all different types of weird, crazy promos, especially with Pikachu, that we don't get. We don't get anywhere near enough love. As most of our stuff is focused on the sets.
Yeah.
On the sealed stuff.
Yeah, not a lot of big brains over there in the Seattle area.
Yeah, like special delivery Pikachu. Like that was cool. That was cute. Those kind of things. But I was really excited to see. A fun one. Even like just simple stuff like Pokepark Pikachu. Like some of those real easy, high volume ones. Over there in Japan.
Yeah.
Like we just don't do a lot of that stuff here. I don't know why. 7-Eleven Pikachus, and I don't know. Well, I've had so many different ones. Like the list is insane in Japanese. The amount of Pikachu promos. That's just my selfish reasons.
Oh yeah.
For that one. Did we talk about the movie, the Dragonite movie that's dropping?
Spin it.
I feel like I missed that. Yeah, they did unveil their releasing on Pokemon Day, Dragonite and the Mailman. So coming back to the OG Dragonite delivering the mail, it looks like it's going to be in Japanese, so I'm guessing it's probably just dubbed over in English. with English subtitles or whatever. It was Japanese created, so exciting. I feel like it's been a little while since we got a good movie from them, and it's going to drop on Pokemon Day, which would be a good day to watch it too. If you guys do have free time, it sounds fun. I didn't look too much into it. I want to watch it before I know all about the content of it, but I saw a couple of pictures and it looked pretty cool.
The actual movie comes out on the 27th?
Yeah.
In theaters or Netflix or what?
I'd imagine it's probably going to be Netflix or some streaming platform. Yeah, it could be the movies, but I feel like the news would have been out sooner if that was the case. Let me see.
Yeah, it's probably Netflix. Like the Concierge was on Netflix, right? So somebody on Netflix was a good sales guy and got in bed with Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're dropping it on YouTube. It's going to be a YouTube movie.
Do I got to pay for it?
Oh, it's a series.
A YouTube series?
What? I swear it said it was a movie.
That'd be a first.
Yes, it's a series they're adding on YouTube. On their main channel. It's not even on a separate channel or anything. Oh, I completely misunderstood that when I was looking today.
It's free. That's cool. Damn. That's
Fantastic.
weird. All of that all that money into making a show and they drop it on YouTube. Strange.
They're getting ready for the new Evolution. They just want to put all their effort into that, so they'll probably drop a Netflix movie about flying Eevee.
I feel like YouTube had to have paid them something for that release. Because why would you just voluntarily like, oh, it's free for everybody in the world besides China? That's really strange.
Yeah, they definitely made money from it for sure.
YouTube. Could we see more TV series released on YouTube? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
It could be the new Netflix. And then we're going to have to pay for more on top of my current premium.
I've got too many apps. There's too many of those things going on. Need to figure that out.
Way too many.
Did we miss anything? I feel like I bounced around a little bit on the notes.
Nah, we can wrap it.
Okay. Well, sweet. We got a lot happening right now, right? We went over a lot of different things.
Oh yeah. Looking forward to the Pokemon live stream 27th.
Same. Yeah, Pokemon Day coming up. We've got 2 weeks. We've got a very exciting things happening. It looks like things coming up, new sets, potential new generation, on the horizon pretty soon. And then we have new games, new evolution. A lot of new things, a lot of new things to get excited about. So cool talking with you, everyone. Before you close out, hit the thumbs up and leave a spicy comment. Look for the comments that you like. Give a thumbs up on that. It's fun. Enjoy it. Have a little bit of fun in there. Don't take it too serious. And we'll see you on the flip side. We'll see you later, guys.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.